Welcome back to PIHOA Network, your guide to the post-independence history of Africa. In today's episode, we are diving into Burundi, known as the heart of Africa. Burundi holds a rich tapestry of history, culture, and resilience. So let's dive in and explore Burundi's journey through independence and beyond. Burundi is bounded by Rwanda to the north, Tanzania to the east and south, Lake Tanganyika to the southwest, and the Democratic Republic of the Congo to the west. Burundi is a country in East Africa, south of the equator. The landlocked country, a historic kingdom, is one of the few countries in Africa whose borders were not determined by colonial rulers. In the late 19th century, Burundi, along with Rwanda, fell under German colonial rule. After World War I, the two became a Belgian Mandate territory under the League of Nations. Belgian colonialism introduced administrative changes and aggravated ethnic divisions between the Hutu majority and Tutsi minority. They ruled the territory using indirect rule based on Tutsi aristocracy. After the Second World War, Rwanda-Urundi came under United Nations trusteeship, but still under Belgian authority. In 1959, Burundi's ruler, Mwami Mwambusa IV, requested for Burundi's independence and dissolution of Rwanda-Urundi Union. Political parties such as UPRONA and PDC were formed. Local elections were held in December 1960, with PDC winning a majority. However, implementary elections held September 1961, UPRONA emerged victorious. The following month, UPRONA leader and Prime Minister Prince Louis Rwagasore was assassinated. Burundi gained independence from Belgium on 1 July 1962. This was achieved under a constitutional monarchy. However, the transition to self-governance was marred by ethnic tensions and power struggles. The post-independence period saw recurring cycles of violence between the Hutu and the Tutsi ethnic groups, with each side vying for political control. The Tutsi-dominated government faced resistance from Hutu rebel groups, leading to a period of civil unrest and military coups. In July 1966, the king was overthrown by his own son, Prince Ntare V, who was in turn deposed by the Prime Minister, Captain Michael Mikombero, in November the same year. Captain Mikombero abolished the monarchy and established a republic. He received support from the People's Republic of China and repressed Hutu militants. Despite the efforts, ethnic unrest continued. In 1972, Burundi experienced a brutal wave of ethnic violence, resulting in the deaths of 200,000 to 300,000 ethnic Hutus. A similar number became refugees, mainly in neighboring Tanzania. The Tutsi-led government labeled the rebels as communists to seek Western sympathy. The outcome of this genocide was entrenchment of Tutsis' dominated state. Most Hutu elite had been eliminated. Similarly, any hopes for a return to monarchy were dashed. In 1976, Mikombero was overthrown by Colonel Jean-Baptiste Bagaza in a bloodless coup. His regime implemented significant land and electoral reforms. It also encouraged post-genocide national reconciliation. A new constitution was promulgated in 1981, which made preparations for an election in 1984. Bagaza contested as the sole candidate and was elected head of state. Despite his achievements, his leadership became repressive. He was subsequently overthrown by Major Pierre Buyoya in 1987. The new government suspended the constitution, resulting in a return to tension between the ruling Tutsi and majority Hutu. Violent confrontations led to approximately 150,000 deaths and many fleeing the country as refugees. In order to resolve the problem, Buyoya approved a new constitution. This helped to diffuse ethnic imbalance in government. Marca Daye became Burundi's first democratically elected Hutu president in 1993. He was assassinated 3 months later by Tutsi extremists. Dadaye's successor, Cyprien Ntaryamira, was also killed the following year, instigating the Rwanda genocide. A civil war followed that lasted until the early 2000s, claiming hundreds of thousands of lives and displacing many more. During the period following Ntaryamira's killing, the Hutu and Tutsi held a power-sharing arrangement until 1996, when Buyoya staged a military coup and assumed power. The international community put pressure on the factions to negotiate a peaceful solution. Talks were held in Arusha, Tanzania in 2000. Elections were held in 2005 with the CNDD-FDD winning both local and legislative, and Pierre Nkurunziza became president. He was re-elected in 2010 amid an opposition boycott, but efforts to seek a third term in 2015 were met with violence. Nevertheless, Nkurunziza won the 2015 elections with a strong majority. The following year, the United Nations Human Rights carried out an investigation into human rights violation in Burundi since 2015. A constitutional referendum was held in May 2018, in which Burundians overwhelmingly voted allowing Nkurunziza eligibility by being in power until 2034. In a surprise move, he decided not to run in the 2020 election. Evariste Ndayishimiye, who was handpicked by Nkurunziza, was elected to serve for a 7-year term under the new constitution. Nkurunziza died before his successor inauguration. The new government is more open to the world. Overall, Burundi's history is marked by a complex interplay of cultural, political, and social factors, with periods of conflict overshadowed by resilience and the pursuit of peace and stability. Join us as we uncover the untold tales of another African nation on Kikoa Network. Until then, please keep supporting us by liking, sharing, and above all, subscribing to this channel. Hit that subscribe button. Thank you.